Hey guys, Evil here. Just checking in to get an update on one of my projects I have on the bench right now. A little bit ago, I worked on a review for the new Axial ripsaw tires. I did not have a 1.9 scaler to shoot that video with, so just because I was on a time constraint, I picked up a ready-to-run version of the Honcho just because I didn't have time to build up a kit. So I ended up getting a good deal on it, so it wasn't like a huge waste of money. But because I can't leave anything alone, I'm going to go ahead and do some upgrades on it. And this is the first video in that series, so I'll show you what I got going on so far. Here's basically the bone stock SCX10. Not much going on. First plans is to change out the body, get something that has a little bit of custom color. Also, the kit version of the body has light buckets, so you can run headlights on it. So that'll be coming up. The other thing is going to be adding the Proline Power Stroke scale shocks, just to replace the stalkers, just because they're not that good. They don't provide that much dampening, and they should be durable as well as perform better. Another thing is the stock version, or the RTR version of the SX10, has plastic links, which have held up fine. I have a little bit of runtime on this, but I went ahead and decided to switch out to all the aluminum links. One thing for tunability, because you can switch over to a 4-link, which is nice, which should improve performance, as well as you can tune the pinion angle on the where the drive shafts exit the axles, so you can get a little bit better clearance there. Anyway, that's what we got going so far. I will update again when I get the body painted and the lights done. Oh yeah. LED kit, Dark Drifter LED kit, like 29 bucks on eBay. Really good kit for the money. Gonna be doing that up, so I'll update again when I have all that done. See you then. Hey all, Evil here. Second installment of my Honcho upgrade video series. I got the aluminum links all built and ready to go. And I started to pull it apart to put those on, but I decided while I had it apart, I'm going to go ahead and waterproof the axles. I got some marine grease to put in there, and that'll just help protect those bearings and everything from corrosion when you get this thing a little bit submerged in water. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start tearing this guy down. Alright, got the rear links on, all that hooked up. Let's go ahead and tear this axle apart and get it waterproofed and get the 4-link mount installed. So anyway, I got the axle torn apart because I want to pack it with marine grease, but I just wanted to show you guys something that I thought was pretty cool. This is a completely ready-to-run truck, the first time the axle's ever been disassembled. And if you can see here, if we can get the camera to focus, you can see that Axial, they do kind of slather grease on the bearing to protect it if water, to protect it from corrosion if water gets in there. And then you can see the grease for lubricating the gears, but we're going to put a bunch more in there. If you basically kind of completely cover everything on the inside of this axle, it'll just keep all that stuff from protected from corrosion, make your bearings last longer, all that good stuff. But it is pretty cool to see that Axial does do that they do slather a coating on the outside of those bearings, so they know that on these trail trucks you're going to be getting them wet, so they're thinking ahead. But we're going to go ahead and cover it a little bit better. So anyway, I have the axles packed now. This isn't really a how-to video on how to do this. There's tons of videos already out there that are instructionals. This is more just to show you how I'm doing it to mine. But You see I just have a bunch of grease slathered in the axle. Make sure the bearings are covered well. And when you put the axle halves together, it'll create a barrier to keep water and dirt from getting in and fouling things up. So you don't want to pack in so much that things won't rotate, but you definitely, just put a ample amount in there to try and protect things. Do that on both axle halves, and then you want to hit the bearings on the outside as well, on the output shaft side, and then on each of the lockouts and C-hubs you want to get those bearings just to protect them as well. So alright, there's the reassembled axle. You can see now it has the 4-link adapter installed, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but there's a little bit of grease easing out of the seams. That's good. That means that the grease has made contact in those seams, and that will definitely help it resist water and dirt getting through. You can see I put a dab on that output shaft there, and then the axles are done the same way. Behind the hexes you just can't see it. So completed axle, whole thing took probably 15 minutes or so. So we'll get it on the truck and move on to the front. Since I have this all apart, I'm going to go ahead and install the shocks. We'll do that all at the same time. Almost overlooked something here. The Proline shocks, focus, it won't focus, come out, do not come with oil in them. I don't know why I thought they might, but assembled shock, I just assumed there would be. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Axial 30 weight in the rear, and I'm probably going to do some 40 weight in the front. Cycle that guy a few times to get the air bubbles out. Bleed it a little bit so it doesn't hydrolock on us. Got a little bit of lock there. Still wants to lock. There we go. Glass smooth. Pretty impressed with these shocks. Ought to be decent for the money they cost, though. Should be a pretty nice improvement over the, especially in scale appearance. The axial setup is just, you can just hear it. It's rough. And here we go with the back fully assembled, 4-link installed. Got the aluminum links on, rear of it fully waterproofed. So time to move on to the front. So anyway, here we go with the, I got the front axle removed. The Axial upgrade kit, which for those of you who do have the RTR version of the Honcho and want to upgrade, is the AX30550, which is a 313 millimeter wheelbase. If you have a Dingo or any other shorter wheelbase, I believe it's 290 millimeter, but this part number is specific to the Honcho. So it includes the upper and lower links front and rear, and as well as, oops, wrong one, as well as steering link. It'll replace all of that. Take out, get that in actually in the camera. It'll take all the flex out of your steering, things like that. So it should add strength and as well as performance. And like I said, the other thing I'm also doing on the front is going to a 4-link. Stock is a 3-link. 4-link is just better for those of you who aren't into comp crawling or anything. 4-link is just better because on a shaft-driven machine like this, which is really similar to an AX10, it takes a lot of the torque twist out. So it really improves vertical climbing, as well as any high traction climbing. It'll help keep all 4 wheels on the ground, which you want all the traction you can get. So go ahead and get the front axle torn down, get it waterproofed, then we'll get all the links on, shocks, and get this done. So we're getting close. Front axle is all waterproof now. 4-link is installed. I'm getting ready to do the Proline shocks and then attach the lower links. Quick little tip I ran into: if you decide to switch your 3-link to a 4-link in front, you cannot run the 3rd screw in the servo mount. It's actually, the 4-link actually eliminates it. It's actually the 3rd screw mount is part of the 3-link. And with the 4-link back there, there's just no room for the 3rd screw, so you have to just go with 2. And that's pretty much it. It should still hold just fine. There shouldn't be an issue, and I believe it's by design. I don't think it's a mistake or anything. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the shocks on here and get this thing buttoned up. Well, here they are installed. They look pretty sharp. New aluminum upper and lower links, as well as it now has the 4-link installed front and rear, so that should improve crawling characteristics of it. Ran into a little hiccup though. It appears the aftermarket link is a little bit thicker, so at full compression it hits this plastic crossmember here, so it looks like I'm gonna have to take a Dremel to it so that can travel freely. I mean, it's nearly full stroke on the shock, but you can gain probably another 1/4 inch of clearance if we Dremel that out, so that should be pretty easy, and it shouldn't affect anything. Other than that, everything went pretty smooth. No main problems. The Proline shocks are really smooth. They look really good. Now just have to do steering linkage. So anyway, here it is, pretty much finished up. Got the shocks installed. Put them at a little bit more of an angle. All the links installed. And that's pretty much it for that. Probably the next thing I'm going to do, and probably the next video, will be power plant upgrade. Well, not really an upgrade. Probably going with a Mamba Max ESC and a Holmes Hobby 27 single rebuildable ball bearing motor. It'll have better performance, I think, than the stocker, as well as it'll be a little more maintenance friendly, because these sealed cans, you can't really do anything with them. Kind of when they're done. So that will probably be the next thing, as well as the body. I'll be finishing that up. And all the lighting and all that, so we'll catch that in the next video. So till next time, we'll see you then.